Hey guys, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes with the CNC motor stuff, and it's just so overwhelming. It's really getting to me. It's very stressful. So today I decided I don't want to talk about that. In fact, what I want to talk about is why I love this car so much, even though it's given me all these issues, why I even fight so hard for it. So, well, let me tell you, when I was 10 years old, I didn't even know what a sports car was. I just remember driving around with my family in the big station wagon and not even thinking about transportation or cars or anything. But when my dad took me to my very first race at Sears Point back in the day, well, now it's called Sonoma Raceway, and I saw my very first Ferrari whipping around the track against some other amazing supercars, man, I was 19. In fact, I had a 1999 Mazda Miata and I thought I was the coolest guy ever. I just loved driving around, touring my local canyon roads. Even though I've heard of Ferrari, I've never actually seen one in real life at that point. And keep in mind, this is like 1999. YouTube wasn't a thing yet, and the internet was in its infancy, so it was really hard finding like the right facts and photos of these cars that I was interested in. You know, if you were interested in cars, your parents had to get you a subscription to a popular car magazine like Road and Track or something. When I saw a rare car back then, I would actually go home, find my camera, go back to wherever I saw it, and start taking pictures of it. And then, I'd send it off to the photo lab, and eventually it'd come back and I would share those pictures with my friends. And they would be like, "Whoa, Matt, that thing is epic. Where's that again? Where can I see that car?" And cars and coffee wasn't even a thing yet either. So I was enjoying the warm sun and the potent exhaust fumes and walking around with my dad at the track. I saw the most beautiful red Ferrari 360 Modena with tan leather interior. Man, it was like a spaceship. So modern, yet classic, and had all those curves that Ferrari was known for at the time. It was totally unattainable. With that price point of over $140,000, I knew that there was more to cars than I even thought of or even dreamt of. I was so drawn to that prancing horse brand and how Enzo Ferrari was able to turn his Italian race cars into something that a successful consumer could buy one day. The Ferrari brand has always been fascinating to me due to its rich heritage. A lot of average motorists don't even know what the SF on the Ferrari badge stands for. Well, it stands for Scuderia Ferrari, which translates in English basically to Ferrari stable. In fact, Enzo wasn't even interested in making consumer cars back in 1929 when he founded that team. But racing is incredibly expensive and he needed the revenue coming in from his consumer cars to help fund them. And I guess that's what drove my passion for my own company, focusing on what makes me the best at what I do. And then the clients who see all that will follow and appreciate the time and effort that it takes into, making my videos, which is my craft. Lately, with all the stress of the CNC stuff and work and just life, it really means a lot when I get to hang out with my friends and we get to create amazing content together. That is just my escape. That's where I can just let all my, stresses go and just make something fun and just have a good time with them. The amount of pressure I've been under over the last 5 months has really been interfering with me being creative. I find myself having difficulty sleeping and eating, and I just really needed this day. And when I saw the clouds when I woke up this morning, and I was like, "Guys, you want to go out and do a really cool photo shoot?" It was just the recharge that I needed. But I just wanted to show you why I love this thing. The beauty, the styling, just the history of the company itself. It's this all-in-one type of package, I don't buy this car just to be flashy or, elaborate. I got it because this is what makes me happy. Just driving fast and, the smell of this leather. I mean, it's amazing. This car is just so interesting to me. Like the way that they put the buttons and the order and just the language that they chose to use in certain parts, and I mean the way the tachometer is right there in the middle and you don't really even know how fast you're going because the speedometer is very, it doesn't even matter. You're driving this car. It's so cool. I've never actually listened to the radio in it. I mean, you have a beautiful symphony right behind your head. Back in the day, 400 horsepower was a thing to brag about. Nowadays, you have cars in the upwards of 7, 800, 1,000 horsepower. But in the year 2000, man, that was special. And when you open it up and you get into that 7,000, 8,000 RPM range, boy, it just screams. Is this beautiful Italian symphony right behind your head? The fact that they put the engine in display for everybody to see shows that they are proud of their work. And I love that. That shows the passion that went into this, that they're so proud. They're displaying that, something that everybody else covers up with a hood. I just think that's so cool. Everything about this, the exterior styling, the wheels, the way it sits on the rubber, the stance. I mean, it's so low, it's so wide. Well, hey, that's it. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll keep you guys updated on all the CNC stuff as it unfolds. It's just right now it's been so stressful. I don't even want to talk about it. So, anyway, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you next week.